Hey, I got something special to tell ya. Look what I got off eBay recently. A UK Thomas and Friends VHS. Chases, Races, and Runaways. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to watch this. But I'm going to try to figure that out. You need to admit, this is really nice post art. If you live in the US and if you have this VHS, please tell me in the comments. Shout out to Gondarth for recommending this, and this was his favorite Thomas and Friends video. Watch the Video Memories episode on it. Trust me, watch this entire Video Memories series, actually. It's really good.
Alright, let's start another episode. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 10th episode of Legofan65's Childhood Inn. Can you believe we're already at episode 10? Gosh! So, for this episode, I want to cover something that was very special to me from my childhood.
So what is a video that was very special to me from my childhood? Well, it's this. Thomas Breaks the Rules and Other Stories. One of the very first Thomas and Friends VHSs I ever owned. This was actually the third Thomas and Friends VHS I ever owned, if I remember specifically, because my first two were Thomas's Christmas Wonderland and Races, Rescues, and Runaways. And I remember getting this one very early when I started collecting Thomas releases. Okay, so now it's time to talk about where did I first see this release and how did I get it. Let's bring back the nostalgia train, because we are going on a train ride. Woo woo!
Okay, so where did I first see Thomas Breaks the Rules and Other Stories? Well, do you remember in my A Big Day for Thomas video where I explained that I got the release the same day I first saw it? Well, it's just like this. It's 2008, or maybe 2009, I can't remember. I'm with my parents, we go and visit my grandmother, not the one that gave me the early years, no, this one's on my father's side this time. We walk into the house, and she presents to me 4 VHS tapes, and Thomas Breaks the Rules is the first one that's presented to me. And this one obviously got my attention immediately. So I'm watching it in her VCR while she and my parents are talking in the kitchen, and I am really enjoying it. Except, here's the thing though. The one that you saw, it's not the one that she gave to me. It was a hard clamshell case as if it came from Blockbuster. Now for the one that you just saw earlier in the video, I broke the clamshell version, and I was given a new one. So, yay!
Okay, let's look at it.
Okay, so on this release, we have 7 episodes total. 2 episodes from Season 1, and 5 episodes from Season 2. I mentioned before in my Tenders and Turntables video that Season 2 is probably my favorite season of the entire show, and this video was sure to help me get entertained to the fullest. And of course, all 7 episodes are narrated by Ringo Starr. This is the last release in my Thomas collection featuring pure narration from him. In the episode selection, we have Thomas Breaks the Rules, A Cow on the Line, Old Iron, Double Trouble, James in a Mess, Duck Takes Charge, and Percy Proves a Point. Now, as for the best episode on this video, I'm going to point out on James in a Mess. Yeah, I know that's a Season 1 episode, and I said Season 2 is probably my favorite season, but come on, the crash-in is so memorable, and it's also one of James's best episodes. Tell me in the comments if you agree with me on that. Now for the second favorite. I actually have a second favorite here. It's going to be Double Trouble, purely for the reason that a promo shot from that episode is put on the front cover here. I swear this is true. When I was collecting Thomas DVDs and whenever I looked at the poster art, I always tried to wonder what episode the promo was from. As for the worst episode, I'm going to point out On a Cow on the Line. Now for the story itself is fine. It just doesn't make sense in places. In the beginning of the story, when Edward loses one freight car and his brake van, the narrator says that he lost some freight cars. There was only one. That doesn't make any sense. And there are a couple goofs on the bridge. When Gordon first sees the cow and stops, why are his wheels still moving when he's in place? Also, when Henry sees the cow and tries to shoo it off, and when he backs up due to being scared of the cow, why is he smiling? Those are the only flaws I have with this episode. It is a good episode overall, but it's not the best episode of Season 2. It's not the worst either. You should definitely check out Season 2. It is one of the best. And the cow on the line is somewhere in between.
So, in conclusion, do I recommend that your kid watches Thomas Breaks the Rules? As a whole, yes. But you need to have a VCR to watch this. The reason I say that is because this never hit DVD, just like Tenders and Turntables. This release is getting an 8 out of 10. It would have been 7 and tied with Tenders and Turntables, but it gets an extra star due to more nostalgic feeling towards it. For me, because this is one of my top 5 favorite Thomas and Friends releases, as I mentioned earlier. Alright, that officially wraps up the 10th episode of Legofan65's Childhood Inn. I apologize if this was short, but I had virtually nothing to say about this video. Honestly. Alright, that officially wraps up today's episode. Our next episode is going to be on one of the worst videos I have ever owned. Big rigs, close up, and very personal. Alright, see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and comment on what you want to see me cover next. Do not request for Thomas. You know I made that a rule. And to the people who have already requested, don't worry. You can request again. It's not that big of a deal. I need ideas from you. And until next time, goodbye.